I think fundamentally, like, good communicators are able to transfer ideas
Mhm.
efficiently because they use language that everyone understands, and ideally things that everyone can observe with their own 2 eyes. And so that's I try and stick to everything being observable. And so as a result, it's made persuasion way easier. It's being the most important one is that, like, if I want to train, which happens a lot in a
Mhm.
business setting, it's like, how do you train someone? And you're like, be more confident. What does that mean? Tell a 6-year-old, be confident. It means nothing. It means nothing. They might just say, like, that means talk louder. I don't know what that means, right? And so it's a bundled term. So we have to break the term down. It's like, okay, well, this is actually a series of many behaviors underneath of confidence that when taken in aggregate, we then describe that person as confident. So maybe they look at you in the eyes when they talk. Maybe they nod their head when they're listening. Maybe they repeat back the last thing that you said. Maybe when there's something that has potential risk or downside, they're willing to do it. Like, these are all things that we can observe, and they say, okay, well, if you have you exhibit these traits, these skills in this setting, people describe you as confident. Does that make sense? And so being able to break things down like that has allowed me to um, help my team when I'm like, hey, I've told this story before, but basically I had a guy who, a lot of people were saying, hey, this guy's acting like a dick, but he was a star performer. So we're like, okay, well, let's see if we can save him. And so we talked to 3 or 4 of the leaders in the company, and he was still a dick. And so I was like, well, what'd you tell him? We're like, oh, we told him to stop being a dick. I was like, okay. Well, so I ended up meeting with him, and I was like, I want to be clear. I don't really care if you're a dick or not. I do care if people describe you as a dick. I want to, like, the purpose of this meeting is to decrease the likelihood that anyone talks to me about you again in a negative context. Cool? Great. So that was the agenda. It's like, all right, so in order for that to occur, um, let's talk about the things that when you do them, people don't like them and they call you a dick. So it's like when you interrupt people during a meeting, they think you're a dick and they call you a dick later. When you tell someone how to do their job, they call you a dick and you try and force your agenda, whatever. It was 2 or 3 examples.
Mhm.
And he was like, so that's all I have to do. I was like, yep, that's all you have to do. He's like, but what if, I present this thing and then they don't execute on it? I was like, then that's not on you. That's on the manager, and I'll talk to the manager and make sure that they're executing. But that's not on you. That's not your role.